Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS Storage Gateway. So this lecture will contain all these topics. What is AWS Storage Gateway? Use cases. What is S3 File Gateway? S3 File Gateway integration with AWS services. How S3 File Gateway works. What is a tape gateway? And finally, what is a volume gateway? What is AWS Storage Gateway? AWS Storage Gateway gives your applications which are on premises or in cloud access to virtually unlimited cloud storage. You can deploy Storage Gateway as a virtual machine VM within your VMware, Hyper-V or Linux KVM virtual environment, or as an Amazon EC2 instance within your Amazon Virtual Private Cloud VPC, Amazon VPC. There are 4 types of Storage Gateway. First one, Amazon S3 File Gateway. S3 File Gateway presents server message block SMB or network file system NFS based access to data in Amazon S3. Next one is Tape Gateway. Tape Gateway presents virtual tapes leading to backup applications that you can store in Amazon S3 or Amazon S3 Glacier. Next type is Volume Gateway. Volume Gateway presents iSCSI block storage volumes to your on-premises applications that you can store in Amazon S3 or migrate to Amazon EBS. And finally, Amazon FSx File Gateway. So Amazon FSx File Gateway, which is called as FSx File Gateway, is a new file gateway type that provides low latency and efficient access to in-cloud FSx for Windows file server file shares from your on-premises facility. If you maintain on-premises file storage because of latency or bandwidth requirements, you can instead use FSx File Gateway for seamless access to fully managed, highly reliable and virtually unlimited Windows file shares provided in AWS Cloud by FSx for Windows File Server. Okay, let's see some of the use cases. S3 File Gateway delivers on-premises file access to your Amazon S3 data. So with S3 File Gateway, you can build data workflows to feed your data lake, archive cold data such as images and videos, and backup databases such as Microsoft SQL, Oracle and SAP all into S3. Tape Gateway virtualizes tape backup and archive workflows in AWS. So Tape Gateway enables you to replace using physical tapes on premises with virtual tapes in AWS without changing existing backup workflows. Tape Gateway supports all leading backup applications and caches virtual tapes on premises for low latency data access. Next use case is a Volume Gateway expands on-premises block storage capacity. So you can use Volume Gateway in conjunction with Windows and Linux servers on premises to provide scalable storage for on-premises applications with cloud recovery options. With a cached volume architecture, you get the benefit of scalable cloud storage and data protection for growing datasets that demand low latency local access for frequently used data. What is S3 File Gateway? So we'll dig one by one into each type of gateway. So first one is S3 File Gateway. S3 File Gateway integrates a service with a virtual software appliance to enable file-based access to Amazon S3. With S3 File Gateway, you can store and retrieve objects in Amazon S3 using industry standard file protocols like NFS, Network File System, and Server Message Block SMB. You can deploy the S3 File Gateway as a virtual machine VM on a VMware ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V or Linux KVM, or as a hardware appliance ordered from a preferred reseller. S3 File Gateway can also be deployed as a VM in VMware Cloud on AWS or as an Amazon Machine Image AMI in Amazon EC2, which provides flexibility in deployment options. The gateway provides access to objects in S3 as files or file share mount points, which makes it easy to integrate S3 with existing file-based workflows. With S3 File Gateway, you can directly store and retrieve files using NFS 3 or 4.1 and SMB file system version 2 and 3 protocols. You can access your data stored in Amazon S3 directly from any cloud application or a service, enabling seamless integration with other AWS offerings. S3 File Gateway allows you to manage your S3 data using features like lifecycle policies, cross-region replication and versioning, providing data management capabilities directly through the file interface. Okay, now S3 File Gateway integration with AWS services. So S3 File Gateway integrates with AWS Identity and Access Management IAM to provide common access management capabilities, allowing you to control who can access your gateway and S3 resources. S3 File Gateway uses AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS, for encryption of your data, ensuring that it remains secure both in transit and at rest. S3 File Gateway integrates with Amazon CloudWatch, enabling you to monitor various metrics and log files related to your gateway's performance and health. S3 File Gateway integrates with AWS CloudTrail, which logs API calls and other events related to your gateway, helping you audit and track changes over time. You can manage and operate your S3 File Gateway using AWS Management Console and AWS Command Line Interface, providing flexibility in how you control your gateway. And S3 File Gateway integrates with AWS Billing and Cost Management Services, which allows you to track and manage the cost associated with your gateway and S3 usage. So we'll just look into one of the file gateway type, which is S3 File Gateway, how it works. So it will be similar where I cover the volume gateway and the tape gateway. So we'll just see one in detail how S3 File Gateway works. So to use an S3 File Gateway, you start by downloading a virtual machine VM image for the gateway or creating an S3 File Gateway using Amazon EC2 image. You then activate the gateway from AWS Management Console or through the Storage Gateway API. After the S3 File Gateway is activated, you create and configure your file share and associate that share with your Amazon S3 bucket. This makes the share accessible by clients using either NFS or SMB protocol. Files written to a file share become objects in Amazon S3 with the path as the key. There is a one-to-one mapping between files and objects, and the gateway asynchronously updates the objects in Amazon S3 as you change the files. Existing objects in the S3 bucket appear as files in the file system, and the key becomes the path. Objects are encrypted with Amazon S3 server-side encryption key, SSE S3. All data transfer is done through HTTPS. When sending HTTPS data upload request to Amazon S3, File Gateway populates the content MD5 header with the MD5 checksum of the data being uploaded. This causes Amazon S3 to return a failure if there is a mismatch between MD5 checksum computed by Amazon S3 and the value received from the File Gateway. If such a failure is returned, the File Gateway resends the request. The service optimizes data transfer between the gateway and the AWS using the multi-part parallel uploads or byte range downloads to better use the available bandwidth. Local cache is maintained to provide low latency access to recently accessed data and reduce data egress charges. CloudWatch metrics provide insight into resource use on the VM and the data transfer to and from AWS. CloudTrail tracks all API calls related to S3 File Gateway. Okay, next we'll just see the tape gateway and the volume gateway. So first is, what is a tape gateway? Tape gateway offers virtual tape storage backed by the cloud, which allows for scalable and durable archiving. With tape gateway, you can archive backup data cost effectively and durably in S3 Glacier, flexible retrieval or S3 Glacier deep archive. The virtual tape infrastructure provided by tape gateway scales seamlessly to accommodate your business requirements. By using tape gateway, you eliminate the operational burden of provisioning, scaling, and maintaining a physical tape infrastructure. Storage Gateway can be deployed on premises as a VM appliance running on VMware ESXi, KVM or Microsoft Hyper-V hypervisor, or as a hardware appliance. You can also deploy a Storage Gateway in AWS as an Amazon EC2 instance, which allows you to provision iSCSI storage volumes in AWS. Gateways hosted on EC2 instances can be used for disaster recovery, data mirroring, and providing storage for applications hosted on Amazon EC2. Next is, what is Volume Gateway? So Volume Gateway offers storage volumes backed by the cloud, allowing for scalable and durable storage solutions. You can mount these cloud-backed volumes as Internet Small Computer System Interface (iSCSI) devices from your on-premises application servers. Volume Gateway can be deployed either on-premises as a VM appliance running on VMware ESXi, KVM or Microsoft Hyper-V hypervisor, as a hardware appliance, or in AWS as Amazon EC2 instance. With cached volumes, so this is a feature, with cached volumes, you store your data in Amazon S3 and retain a copy of frequently accessed data subsets locally, which provides low latency access to frequently used data. Stored volumes allow, so there are cached volumes and stored volumes. So another second one is stored volumes, which allow you to store all your data locally on the gateway for low latency access to your entire data set, while asynchronously backing up point-in-time snapshots of this data to Amazon S3. Cached volumes provide substantial cost savings on primary storage and minimize the need to scale your on-premises storage by leveraging Amazon S3 for the bulk of your data. If you require low latency access to your entire dataset, stored volumes enable you to keep all your data locally on the gateway. The snapshots created from stored volumes in Amazon S3 are durable and inexpensive offsite backups that you can recover to your local data center or Amazon EC2 for disaster recovery purposes such as replacement capacity. And that's all. Thanks for watching.